Durin. He's so sleepy all the time. Welcome back for the final day of Durin's story quest. Yay! Oh, and Celestia being back there too. This final day of Durin's story quest has brought us here to Dragonspine. Of course, Dragonspine is where Tevat's Durin, the Abyss Durin, created by Rhine-Daughter, eventually fell after his battle with Dvalin, and his skeleton is still here, hence the name Dragonspine for this mountain. But we don't want that Durin's fate to overwrite our Durin's fate. Our Durin is being forgotten by everyone because only one Durin's fate is allowed to exist in this world. I don't know how we're gonna solve this, but last time Hat Guy joined us, so I know everything's gonna be okay. And it looks like we're meeting up at Albedo's lab today too, so that's going to be super exciting. Of course, it's been a while since we've been back here on Dragonspine. I mean, I came here last time to pull for him, and it didn't work. Clearly Durin did not want to be pulled for here. But it's so easy to forget about the cold mechanic. And of course, when I first teleported over here, Durin said this line.
Did it once slumber in a place like this?
Yeah. Not only did it once slumber in a place like this, it is still slumbering in a place like this. Sure, that's kind of awkward. Albedo!
So this is the other Durin, huh?
Oh, we're acknowledging this. Yeah, remember Shadows Amid Snowstorms, and this is where that big avalanche happened and separated us from Albedo? But then Imposter Albedo took his place? Dude, so many nostalgic memories. Yeah, that's the other Durin.
If this had been the dragon that ended up being revived in Mondstadt, there's no telling what kind of calamity that people would have had to endure.
Yeah.
So, if you think about it like that, Durin's actually a hero.
That's true. Oh, he's smiling again. He saved everybody from this. I mean, the thing is, Simulanka Durin, our Durin, does feel some guilt about taking the place of the other Durin in this world. Which means the other Durin can never come back if he succeeds at this. But yeah, the other Durin had a tragic story, but he couldn't control his abyssal power or interact with people even if he wanted to. In the end, this is just the best outcome for everyone, I think. And you just thought you'd be nice all of a sudden.
No, I'm just a little envious, that's all. Not everyone gets a chance to be a hero.
Aww. That's true. Hi, Albedo!
Actually, most of the credit belongs to Albedo.
Then again, barely anyone even remembers you at this point. So I guess there's not much left to envy.
I guess. You know, he just, as he says, he just tells it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
Oh, so you three still remember Durin. Looks like the memory loss hasn't spread to close friends. Yet.
Hi, Albedo! I mean, the way it seems to be going, even if everybody else forgot, Ether would be the only one to remember. But yeah, something like that. Good thing you still remember, too.
I guess that means my memory of you must still be complete as well.
Albedo.
You're finally here! Oh, boy, do we have a whole pile of questions for you!
Yeah, I don't even know if you can answer them all, but... Oh, look! It's the whole crew has been reunited here. Albedo, Durin, and Wanderer. You know, learning about the phantoms together, but also just our Simulanka journeys, and I'm just so happy to see Durin surrounded by so many friends wanting to take care of him.
Oh, you're here too?
I think I've pieced together some of what happened to him. But what's your take on things?
Aww.
Master Jean filled me in on what happened, and I've got a few theories. But let's get on the same page first.
Okay. You exchange intel with Albedo, who also checks how Durin is doing.
Well, physically, he's doing fine. His body is holding the abyssal power at bay. And there's nothing whatsoever to indicate any risk of collapse.
That's a relief.
So, from an alchemy point of view, there's nothing wrong with him?
The issue isn't so much that the abyssal power within him has gotten out of control. It's that the connection between his will and body is fading.
Yeah, so he can't control it as well.
If he ends up losing his conscious will, his body will fall back on its biological instincts. And that's when the abyssal power within it will take over.
But if that happens...
This book mentioned a witches' gathering. It seems like quite a few of these witches got themselves involved in Durin's case. Which brings me to my theory.
Okay, what's your theory?
Bringing Fairy Tale Durin into this world to replace the Durin on Dragonspine means using one Durin's fate to overwrite the others.
Oh, other Durin. Sorry, other Durin is still... There's so many, you know, like, remains and skeletons of, like, huge creatures that once lived long ago. But it's still sad in almost all cases when you learn about the lore behind them. Like, this Durin caused so much pain and suffering for other people, but he too just wanted to make friends, right? Now he forever is on display here on this mountain like this.
But the power of alchemy alone would not be enough to pull off such a feat.
You're saying we need some magic?
It would have required the combined use of Miss Barbeloff's astrology, my teacher's alchemy, and Aunt Alice's magic. After learning of Miss Barbeloff's prophecy, Durin and I finally came up with a way to settle the Dragonspine Durin problem for good.
Which was giving him this human body, right?
And I took care of the alchemy side of things. Which, looking back on it, seems to have been a part of their plan all along.
Yeah, and, you know, really thinking about it, aren't we glad it was Albedo handling the alchemy side of things and not Rhindaughter? I don't know if... I don't know if I trust Rhindaughter. But I know Albedo has her skill set and I trust him, so I'm glad that he's around.
So now, there's only one thing missing.
The magic, right?
As for the fate theory our friend in the hat just mentioned,
Our friend in the hat.
I still can't figure out how any kind of magic could possibly influence the fate of Tevat. But I'm certain that the answer lies within this book.
Well, magic is magic. And the thing about magic is, it doesn't have to abide by any rules that we traditionally understand if it doesn't want to.
So, the reason Alice had us complete this book was to make that magic possible?
A form of magic powerful enough to rewrite fate itself.
Well, we've no time to lose. I just need to take a look at the book.
Yeah. What's gonna trigger the memory this time?
The next part of the story most likely relates to me. So the memory that unlocks it must be connected to me too.
Makes sense.
Huh?
Oh, okay, that works.
The giant tree was home to a broken branch, the shape of its splintered arm aligning perfectly with the branch that had burst forth from the castle walls. Join yourself to that broken bough, for there you may take root at last, and henceforth bask in the sun and rain of the world beyond the castle.
Oh, what does that mean? Celestia seems so close to us from up here.
But first, fetch the stickiest clay and let it bind the scar of the break.
I feel like Wanderer Durin and Albedo were all referenced in that passage. Okay.
I see.
You see. Alright, let's get into it. Good thing we're not dying of the cold. First, fetch the stickiest clay and let it bind the scar. Solution bestowed by the Sage Witch.
breeze, the little dragon
Sage Witch is
arrived at an
Rhindaughter.
alchemist's workshop. There he was
Oh, there's
greeted by a
Albedo.
clay figure, a child molded by the Sage Witch's hands.
The homunculus.
Though gentle in
Albedo.
appearance, he had inherited his mother's cold, sharp wisdom.
Yeah, although he sounds a lot nicer
And
than his
he was
mother.
determined to avert the calamity the evil dragon would bring. And so was his helper, none other than the little dragon himself.
Whoa, little dragon. I love how Albedo is like this really cute drawing of himself, but Rheindaller is also the Dodoko. The most dangerous Dodoko of them all. Oh, here we are.
What is this place?
Wow, this looks much fancier than Albedo's actual workshop.
It looks like it's modeled after an alchemist's workshop. Or rather, a cliched stereotype of one.
This is so fancy.
Albedo?
Wait, you're small.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Why do I look like this?
Oh, the clay figure. He's one of the little Constellation Metropole guys.
Oh, yeah! We forgot to tell you. Basically, the characters in the story are reflections of how Durin sees them.
That is so cute. Oh my gosh, it's a Constellation Metropole version of Albedo. He's one of the little toy figures. And then, of course, they keep the little star on his neck, because that's important.
At least you're still human-shaped.
Oh my gosh. Wait. He's so small! He's so chunky, and he's so small, even compared to Albedo, who's also small. Wow. Oh, the details. They made a model for the cat, they made a model for toy Albedo with the hair and everything. Oh my gosh, this is one of the best images I think that has ever come out of this game. Oh, I just want to pet Wander Meow so much.
Well, since Cat Guy has taken
Cat
on a different
Guy.
appearance too, that must mean the two of us are both characters in the story.
So true. Cat Guy. Oh my gosh, now I want to call him Cat Guy forever now. Cat Guy, Cat Guy.
But you, Paimon, and Durin haven't changed at all. You must be special figures in some way.
Yeah, the three of us have just been observers in this whole story. But you two now have your roles to play, it looks like.
I'd like to know more about that too. But seeing
He's
as
so
none of them
angry.
can explain it, let's just concentrate on moving the plot forward.
He looks too cute to be angry. He's so angry. Guys, he's so angry. Just that face, you know? He's just so angry. Let's take a look around. Okay. Taking a look around. Oh my gosh, he's sitting on the desk! If it fits, he sits. Oh, something moved! Durin, is that a hidden path?
And just like that, the group stumbled upon a hidden
So many
passageway.
books.
Intricately crafted, it seemed to lead them towards another exciting chapter of the tale.
Come on! What are we waiting for? Next chapter, here we come!
Paimon, you shouldn't rush without the rest of us. Wait for Albedo and Wonder to come back.
This was a chapter that had not yet been written. Ahead
Oh?
of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further.
Well, we're here to write it right now.
What? Then what's the point of having a path here?
Maybe the author had a flash of inspiration and then their mind went blank? Oh yeah, writer's block, of course.
Sounds like a pretty bad habit for a writer.
Over here. I found something.
What the clay
It's a
figure
heart.
found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat.
Oh, but here it's just a little toy thing. Okay, that's another strangely fitting parallel between Wanderer's story and Durin's story. The way both stories analyze the meaning of the heart, both in terms of like some sort of physical sense, whether that be Abyss Durin's heart or the Gnosis in Wanderer's case, but also what does it mean to have a heart, as in what does it mean to be human and to feel and have those emotions you have to sort through because it's so complicated being human. But the way that their stories are so different in that regard, but it still comes down to that compare and contrast of the dual meaning of what a heart is.
And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold. Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead.
Yeah, which turns out to be a much better situation for everyone else except for Abyss Durin.
Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale.
Okay, but I don't understand. This is what already happened in the real world. So how come this part of the story is still unwritten? And furthermore, how come Durin is still being erased from memory anyway, when this is already what happened?
Sounds like this chapter's about Albedo bringing me to life?
If that really was the solution, though, this would have been over the minute I finished the transmutation.
Yeah.
So why is Durin still being forgotten?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
There has to be some other reason.
Well, there are still places we can check. We have time.
Yeah, I'd like to explore the area a bit more.
Okay, we still haven't solved this yet. Oh, but we have destroy the heart
Unless
of
the
the evil
little dragon kept
fuse of the
moving,
heart of the evil dragon.
eventually he would be forgotten.
What if we try to go into here? Can we go into here?
Ahead of them was a storyless void.
No, it's all
and
gray
they
and
could go
sad in
no
there.
further.
Well, obviously the ones with -1 ink drop are the bad endings. Oh, I was wondering, where is Mini Durin? Mini Durin is your last time. There you are. Mini Durin!
There you are.
Why are you hiding over here?
Oh, hello there.
Aww. Aw, just seeing Mini Durin and Durin together is so cute too.
Hey, it's Mini Durin again. What are you doing holed up in here?
I was worried I'd scare everyone off, so I've been hiding out here all this time.
Aw, just like before.
You must be really nervous, huh?
I guess I am a little nervous, but I'm also excited.
Aw.
I'm gonna get to stop the evil dragon and even become a human. It's all thanks to that Clayman. He's the one who talked me into it. And once I'm a human, I'll be able to make loads of friends and do tons of important things.
Aw, that's exactly right. You're gonna make so many friends, and you're gonna help save the world over and over again with us. And you're gonna have so much fun too.
You'll make lots of friends, that's for sure. And go on many unforgettable adventures.
I'm so glad to hear it. The only thing is, the Clayman said becoming human isn't gonna be easy. So I'm feeling a little anxious too.
He's right about that. Even if you manage to become a human, there will always be tougher challenges on the road ahead.
Really?
Yeah.
But even so, your friends will be there to help you.
Yeah, your friends. Durin, you have the bestest friends in the whole wide world. Well, that's so sweet.
Oh? Then I'm not afraid.
Funny, isn't it? After talking to you, I'm not afraid anymore either. So, are you ready now?
Yep, I'm ready to become a human.
Yay!
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat.
Ooh, spooky.
And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold.
Oh no.
Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale.
That's great. That's
At
what we want.
last, the little dragon accepted the evil dragon's heart. And a new life came into being.
Whoa.
The evil
That's the
dragon's
Durin we
heart
know.
beat in his chest, and the little dragon's soul guided him forward. Thus did the prophecy hold true, even as fate had been rewritten. And so was the little dragon born anew.
Yay. But I don't understand. How come he's still being forgotten then? Because this is what happened. The evil dragon's heart beat in his chest, and the little dragon's soul guided him forward. So what are we still missing then? What are we still missing? Also, I guess talking to Mini Durin activated. I'm hoping that was the 3 ink option, right? Fused with the dragon's heart. But I think that's what we were trying to do, so yeah.
Finally, a happy ending. That must be the last step, right? Woohoo! We completed the story!
Yay! So then why are we still here? Paimon?
Born anew, the little dragon set off once more, his story far from over.
Huh? So, that wasn't the end?
Guess not.
What comes next might be the most crucial part of all. The real last step.
Dude, I love the way Cat's tail just wags sometimes.
If fate really is as devious as they say, then I say,
Dude, that smile.
show us what you've got.
That face. Why is so like...
Wow. You're all so serious all of a sudden.
Durin! Oh, I can't advance. It's the power. The power is trying to take over his body.
Durin, are you alright?
The evil dragon's heart was now one with the little dragon, yet the dark power within it still lingered. Would the little dragon dare to hold this power back, or would he simply give in?
No, don't give in.
Hey, what kind of question is that? Of course
Yeah.
he's gonna control it. What choice does he have?
Yeah, exactly. What Paimon said. Thank you, Paimon. Of course he's gonna control it. And he's done so perfectly fine for the last little while.
Time is running out.
Why does it sound like the connection is...
Oh, the little
bad now for the
dragon
narrator.
dared to hold this power back. Or would he simply give in?
Why does it sound like you're... The connection's breaking up?
What's up with the narrator?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? Make a decision quickly. Give in? No!
Dare to
I'm gonna hold back the darkness. But I'm out of ink!
Or would he simply give in?
Return to the castle. No, we're out of ink, but I mean, like... We don't have any choice.
The little dragon and his companions
Dude, that's so much time pressure.
blank. Blank again.
Who's saying blank?
Huh? What's going on? Are we running out of ink?
Look, I don't know what I was supposed to do, but I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to pick all the good options, and the good options are always the most expensive options, and now we're out of ink.
Once the ink runs out, is that the end of the story?
I don't know.
I had a feeling this would happen.
Thanks, cat guy.
What's happening
What?
to the others?
Oh no! We don't have enough ink!
Now that the story's ink was spent, all that lay ahead were blank pages.
Oh? Todako. What's up?
Hello, children. If you're hearing this recording, it's because you've reached a certain ending.
Oh my gosh, Alice. Alice? Please tell me this is not a
You
bad
may have
ending.
noticed that little Durin's experiences have been written into the pages of this book. Well, you should know that in the same way, its ending will also be written onto him. So be careful, because triggering a bad ending could be somewhat...
No. Wait, are you saying this is a bad ending? You're warning us after it already happened? What kind of logic is that?
You're upset that I didn't warn you earlier?
Yes.
Don't worry though.
I don't know. I thought I was supposed to pick the good
Very
options.
special feature into this book, just for you, the witnesses of this tale. So, go ahead. See if you can turn back the pages. If you're not happy with the ending you've reached, just flip back a few pages and let the tale unfold once more.
Talk about a plot twist. It's not really a plot twist.
That's the power of magic.
This is not... It's not really a plot twist. This is the equivalent of Sothis doing Divine Pulse. I think we just hit a bad ending, everyone. Oops. When do we flip back to? What? Okay, we're only flipping back here. Okay, hold on. Pause. Let me think first. We're out of ink. So, okay, so we cannot pick that one because we need to get more ink, basically. The heartbeat, too. This is so, like, so this is Divine Pulse. I'm like, do you need us to go to any of the previous chapters? Because pretty much all the other chapters except for chapter 4, it was a predetermined amount of ink used. Then for chapter 4, it was like, oh, go down the path of darkness or go to Mondstadt. And we know he goes to Mondstadt. That's actually what happens. Of course, that one used more ink. So we're just stuck with this amount of ink. But I don't get it. We had 4 ink left. It was supposed to be 3 ink to fuse with the dragon. So why did it only use 1 ink? And then we still...
Would he dare to hold this power back?
No, we're not giving in.
Or would he simply...
Okay.
Ahead of them was a storyless void.
What does the timer actually mean?
No further.
Return to the castle. I don't want to give in.
Returning to the castle.
I don't think... Is going back to Simulanka the answer? You seem like you're torn about something.
I just never thought crossing over into a new world would create so much trouble. All I wanted was to make some friends.
No, it wasn't supposed to cause trouble. In fact, this was supposed to be good for everybody.
I'm starting to think I kind of miss being in Simulanka.
You might look back on it with fondness, but if I were you, I wouldn't miss it.
The cat tail.
Why?
Sometimes, moving on with your life comes at a cost. But that's better than going nowhere at all.
You don't have to worry, Durin. No matter what problem you face, there will always be a solution.
Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes I wish I could just go back and
What?
see it again.
The story will eventually reach its conclusion? Dude, I'm so confused. Is this the right
As
answer? Is this the wrong answer?
Slipped back inside the castle's walls, the clamor of the outside world fell away. There was no danger here, no problems for the little dragon to resolve.
There was problems that had to be resolved previously, though.
As soon as his mother finished her story, it was time for the child to drift off into the world of dreams.
Aww.
And so the story ended, with the little dragon fast asleep in his castle, just like he had never even hatched.
Okay. I'm really nervous. Like, I'm afraid I messed up somewhere again.
What's going on? I feel so weak.
Hey, what's happening? Durin, wake up!
Durin! We've reached an ending.
But this can't be how it ends. Durin promised to bring back everyone's memories. There's no
Yeah.
way he'd accept an ending like this.
Are you saying give in is the correct answer? Did we just hit the second bad ending? Thanks, Alice. Okay, I knew that was not the right ending. I'm just
Looks
like...
like you've discovered another possible ending.
Looks like you're bad at discovering endings.
You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Thanks, Alice. Okay, I knew giving... I mean, Durin doesn't want to return to the castle, so... Okay, I was like, where's the timer? Now there's the timer. Okay, we've already tried that. Is there any other option hidden in one of these corners before I go all in on give in? I love our little cat here. I think I understand. What does it do? What does he have to do here, though? Give in? Give in? Make a decision quickly. Is this... Are you messing with me? Is this supposed to be ironic? That you tell me to make a decision quickly, but you actually want me to run out the clock? That's so... I don't understand. That's so nerve-wracking that you tell me to make a decision quickly, give me a 1-minute timer, but the actual answer is to let the timer run out? And actually take it slow and not make a decision quickly? The prophecy is destined to come true. Oh? Where are we now?
The little dragon was at an impasse, and the dark power within him surged like a tide.
Okay, here's my guess of what's going to happen in the interpretation of it. He needs to give in to that power, but because holding it at bay completely, while it's good for everybody else's safety, it's also sort of the equivalent of Wanderer trying to erase his past from Irminsul, insofar as trying to seal away the past. In Wanderer's case, sealing away his own past. In Durin's case, sealing away Tevat Durin's past so that way he can exist in this world. But the story we really learned from Wanderer's story is you can't erase your past because it's part of who you are. And in a certain way, it's similar with Durin because I'm just thinking back to the analogy Wanderer used in the previous day, where he returned the book and he said, well, let's just call this Volume 6 then, instead of using it to overwrite Volume 5. I think the key is not to overwrite Durin's fate, but to somehow have them coexist, to build, once again, build on top of Abyss Durin's fate, not suppress it. Which, you know, gets into some very specific nuances, I guess, which are even harder to really put into words versus Wanderer's story. But that's what I'm sensing here. That's my guess is of how the story is going to go. That somehow he needs to make Abyss Durin's power his own power and build over it. Because otherwise there was no other options, right?
Unchecked, the darkness engulfed everything around it, including the little dragon's soul.
Well, you know, actually, never mind. I'm really thinking this was not the right answer.
The little dragon's story
No,
faded
no,
into nothingness.
no, Eddie Durin!
And in the world beyond the castle, only the evil dragon's tale endured.
Is this me?
No, he's the big scary toy dragon again.
And so the story ended, with the little dragon fading from sight, leaving nothing but the evil dragon's shadow in his place.
Okay. Are you sure we haven't just hit a third bad ending?
Oh no! That means Durin... What do we do now?
Alice?
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep
Oh
searching.
my gosh,
for
she
there are
doesn't even have
possibilities
new dialogue
only
because
you
they didn't
can
expect
bring
us
to
to
life.
hit all 3 bad endings. I don't understand. I thought at least you might return us to like day 4 or something, in case like... Okay, well, we're out of options.
What's going on here? Why isn't the storyline
Okay,
designed
here we
to
go.
suppress the abyssal power? It keeps getting stuck.
Okay. I think we were supposed to do that. Is that what you're saying? I was really worried there. But I think what the game is trying to tell us is you need to hit every bad ending before they let you get the good ending. Is that right? Is that right? This is so stressful. No, Durin! We hit every bad ending. I hope we were supposed to do that.
It seems the act of suppressing the power counts as an event in the story. In other words, we would need ink to write it in.
Sorry, I want so many screenshots from this.
So, what now? Did we use too much earlier? How are we supposed to write a happy ending with only this much left?
It's possible. It's just not time for the story to end.
Well, this is Durin's story. As long as he's alive and well, why should it end?
That's true. But if that's the case, why won't Alice let us leave yet?
If there really is such a direct correlation between the story and his fate, I may have a potential hypothesis.
Okay, let us know.
Durin was, and still is in essence, a storybook character, written into being by M. From the moment he was born, he has always dwelt within her story, and I suspect that has remained the case, even after his arrival in Tevat.
Okay.
Reviving Durin in the evil dragon's place was an act of grafting this Durin story onto the latter's fate. In essence, that is how his fate was rewritten.
Yes.
But there is a fundamental difference between a being's story and its fate.
Yeah, the fate is something that hasn't happened yet.
As Miss Barbeloth reminded us, the fate of every living being in Tevat has been woven into the fabric of time. Its most natural path, therefore, is to proceed along its given track. But Durin's story, on the other hand...
Needs an author to continue writing it. I see.
As Durin's connection to this world wore thin, not only have people started to forget him, he started to lose control of the abyssal power within.
Oh, his eyes are changing.
In other words, his story can't continue. Because the author's ink is drying up. That's what it seems like to me.
So then... Okay, we're gonna make a kind of big lore connection here. Durin still has a constellation, right? His constellation is Draco Rubedo. Every character has a constellation here. Even the Traveler, even Skirk, even characters who are not technically from Tevat have constellations. This is not only a game mechanic, but it's implied to be, as Albedo mentioned, their fate etched into the stars already. So that implies then, since he has a constellation, that there is some part of him that is connected to the fate of this world? Beyond, I mean, yes, he's been fused to the other Durin, but I mean, like, for himself. Well, if the author's ink is drying up, it needs a new author. And isn't that what we've been doing this whole time over the last 5 days? We've been filling in all of the pages the previous author left blank. So, isn't this Durin the new author of his story?
It would seem the little dragon had made a group of fine friends indeed.
Oh, you're back, narrator.
Save it. The question is, are you here to help him or stand in his way?
Thanks, cat guy.
Yes, is as far as the story can go. What path will you choose?
Well, if the story ends now, Durin will just vanish. So the story can't just end.
I suppose the final decision is up to me. It's hard to believe I never actually left my mother's story. If that's true, I'd like to go there and see for myself.
By there, I take it you mean the blank pages of the unwritten chapter ahead?
Oh.
But we still don't even know how Alice's magic works. If Durin belongs inside the story, then going outside of it to some unwritten part, isn't that too risky?
Or Paimon, conversely, he needs to break free from the already written story in order to let the story continue and never end.
I'm not afraid.
Then go for it. We'll be with you all the way.
I second that. It would seem this is one answer you need to go seize for yourself.
So be it. Whatever obstacles stand in your way, we'll tear them down together.
That's right, Wonder Meow. Alright. No, this has to be the answer. I mean, this is what I thought would be the... I mean, obviously this was the answer all along. It's just they wanted us to go and try every other option first to make sure, absolutely sure, this was obviously the way to go. But yeah, the only way for Durin to break free from the story is to keep writing it so it doesn't have to end. And only then can he continue to exist in both the story and in Tibet. I love his animation so much. Come on. Durin, break free from your story. This story is your past. But there is more to your future.
Gotta keep going.
You can do it! We're with you all the way. Durin! Huh?
Ahead lies only a stormless void.
No, not this song.
My consciousness is slipping away.
Keep going, Durin. A pure soul is your essence, not an empty void.
Yeah.
I feel so weak.
Stand tall, Durin. You are not some amorphous idea. The body I made for you is flesh and bone.
Am I truly alive?
Yes, you are.
Yes, Durin. But you must keep going. You're as alive and real as I am.
I can't feel a connection.
You're not alone in this world, Durin. At the very least, you have me.
Aww. Durin. Everybody's
can't
waiting for you to come
remember
back.
Anything. Who am I?
Your name is Durin, and there are many who still remember it.
Yeah, that's right.
My name is Durin.
Keep going.
You're taking too long.
No, stop rushing me.
Come on, Durin, run.
Okay, we're running. We're running.
Fate waits for no one.
I'm sorry, just the blank white room is kind of getting to me existentially,
Wait.
you know?
Where am I meant to go? What am I supposed to do?
Go. Make your wish come true, Durin.
That's right, Ether.
My wish?
Huh? There's something here. Something here for
Your
you.
story's not over yet.
That's right. There's still so much left unwritten. And that's what M must have wanted all along, is for Durin to be able to keep writing his own story in the end. Your story's not over yet. Oh? Dodacles?
Silence, huh? Have you nothing to say about my proposal?
This time it uses their actual names instead of Story Witch, Mary Witch. all
Let
of
me
them.
get this straight. You want to graft your story onto this unfinished thread of fate, and in doing so, not only rewrite that fate, but allow the story to live on.
Quite the brilliant idea. Still, the story's survival depends entirely on whether the author keeps writing.
Exactly. And the moment foretold by the prophecy is still centuries away.
I see. I thought my own ignorance might be the problem. That I'd asked more of the noble science of alchemy than it could ever deliver. or that I had failed to discern the heavenly signs and grasp the secret truth underlying the prophecy. Little did I imagine that time itself would prove to be the greatest hurdle of all.
Time.
Well, my friend, this has been a most intriguing experiment. And from an academic perspective, at least, I don't think it was a bad proposal.
Someday, the prophecy will come to pass. So remember, my friend, much like the stars themselves, there will always be something that transcends the test of time.
Thank you, everyone. You've helped me so much already. But, Alice, I still have one final favor to ask of you. Will you lend me your magic one last time, just enough for me to keep his story alive until the prophecy is fulfilled?
Oh.
You mean you want me to extend your lifespan?
No, not in that sense. As Rhindaughter once told me, the laws governing life and death are
Oh, it's
among the
just the
most
two of them.
unyielding in this world. I'm well aware of that. Whether it lasts a day or an age, the span of one's life is determined by fate alone. If I tried to breach that law by force, I'm afraid I would lose what makes me human.
Yeah.
This is not a path I want to go down. If I am to die, then I shall die a human.
So, what is it that you want me to do?
I would like you to send this pen of mine into the future.
The pen.
I see. Then perhaps there really is a way I can help. I could create a kind of story magic to take over the writing once you're gone. Oh, but for it to work, you would need to provide enough of your own words for it to learn from.
How much?
Oh, an immense amount. So much, in fact, that you would have to spend the rest of your life writing. And even then, I'm sorry to say, it would not last forever. No matter how much you write, there is a limit to the number of words you can leave behind. But the world itself will never stop changing. Someday, perhaps, even your entire corpus will not be enough for the magic to continue describing this world. And when that happens, the story will end.
I see.
Still, it's worth a try.
I would like you to send this pen of mine into the future. There she is. And there you see a mother's love that she would spend the rest of her life trying to make sure that the little dragon has everything he needs to be able to overcome that prophecy someday.
Oh, my dear Anya. Even after all this time, you're still... Look at you. You should be enjoying your old age in peace and quiet, especially now that things are finally returning to normal after that terrible calamity.
Oh, so they actually lived through the cataclysm.
Once he leaves Simulanka, things will only get more complicated. If his story is to continue, there needs to be more material for the magic to draw upon.
Oh, Anya.
I'll just have to skip over some of the less important details.
Anya, why do you insist on sending him out of the storybook world? Why must he face his fate into that? Why not just let him remain within the story? With my magic, even fate's curse could be undone and he could live happily ever after.
I suppose. In fairy tales, all it takes is a heartfelt wish. And even a wooden puppet can turn himself into a real boy and live happily ever after.
She's talking about Pinocchio.
That's just how fairy tales end, isn't it? But have you ever wondered what happens to the main character after the ever after?
Yes. But in that story, everything just ends for them, doesn't it?
Tell me, Alice, in your eyes, what would be a writer's greatest regret?
To leave a story without an ending.
Not a bad answer. It's true, many writers come to consider that their greatest regret. But I see things differently.
Her regret would be that the story does end, and that he doesn't get to make very much of his life.
My greatest regret is that every story I write has to come to an end in the first place.
Wow. And just imagine for a writer like M, she has such a vivid imagination. All of the worlds and stories she must wish to tell that she doesn't even have time to write in her whole life. Indeed, for someone like her, the joy is in bringing the story to life. For the story to end means that spark has now faded away. And still she wishes the story could continue forever.
Anya.
No matter how brilliantly a character shines, the moment their story ends, their potential is lost forever.
Yeah.
For them, the story itself becomes an inescapable fate. But what if, instead, I could place my pen in their hand and let them continue the story themselves?
Yes. Oh, I was onto something. You know, I was wondering, way back when we had to pick, like, a gift for Mini Durin, and he was like the sword, or the slingshot, or the book, I was wondering, why isn't there a pen? None of these options are for him to become a writer, just like his mother. But yes, that is the answer all along. Is now that Anya is no longer here, Durin himself should be the one to continue writing his story. Writing about his life. Then his story will continue as long as he lives. And Anya's story will never end because her child, the little dragon, will be able to continue writing it in her place. This is so beautiful. Wait. Oh, I knew it would link up in a beautiful way like that. That's her greatest gift to him, is the ability to continue his story, to keep on writing it.
You mean...
You said it yourself. I can only leave so many words behind. Even with your magic, the idea that I could keep the story going until the prophecy comes to pass is wishful thinking at best. But I've found a way to use your magic to transform some of my finished stories into a special kind of ink. This ink is a magical medium he can use to complete the story the way he wants to. For what is storytelling but another kind of magic? And if he can experience the whole tale himself while leaving behind his own wishes and aspirations, even once he reaches the chapter where I stopped, he'll still be able to carry the story forward on his own.
That's so beautiful. She spent the last years of her life and left behind one final gift so that Durin would be able to live on and see all the beauty in this world. The magic known as storytelling, huh?
And so, by leaving him this ink, I can entrust him with the responsibility of writing his own story.
A character with the power to write their own story.
That way, he'll finally be free from the cage that is my pen. And like anyone else living in the real world, he can go on to create a life of his own.
And you no longer need to worry about the constraints of my magic. What a brilliant idea, Anya. But there are still risks.
Everything has risks.
First of all, once he arrives in Teyvat, he'll have to rely entirely on the story you left him to maintain his connection to that world. As you gradually hand over creative control, that connection will grow weaker, and at some point, he might lose it altogether.
That's why people started to forget him once we started working on the book, was that sort of handoff between Anya and Durin.
But at the same time, he'll also have the chance to forge that connection for himself.
It's all the friends playing Genius Invocation TCG.
The issue is, this method taps into too many of Teyvat's core secrets. Any overt hints you try to leave will be erased in no time.
Yeah, but you know, we do have someone who's gonna remember all of this. Alice.
In fact, it'd be hard for you to leave anything at all to guide them.
We still have the story itself, though. I can use that to show them the way.
It's entirely possible he burns through all your ink, never reaches the chapter you had in mind, and gets stuck, roaming the chapters of his past.
I think this is a call-out to us getting 3 bad endings, which is quite a call-out, considering I'm pretty sure we were supposed to hit all the bad endings first.
But despite all that,
I still believe in what this child can become. His hopes and wishes can be his ink, so he won't be trapped by mine running dry.
Oh, what the writer you are, Anya. Your imagination never ceases
I know,
to amaze.
Right? Writers can be so clever. And you can really see that with Anya.
And you do know how much I love a happy ending. You shall have my help, my dear.
Thank you, my friend. Well then, my child. Do you understand what you must do?
Aww, Durin.
Yes, I think I do. It's my turn to keep this story alive.
Then what's holding you back?
What will become of you after I take up this pen?
I will fade away. There will no longer be a reason for me to go on existing. My child, or your mother, I should say, passed away long ago. The voice you're hearing is nothing but a magical echo that has now fulfilled its purpose. You needn't feel so reluctant to let me go.
Yeah. Anya passed away a long time ago, but she always had faith that everything would go the way it needed to go in the future. That Durin would be okay. That he would have lots of friends. That he would overcome this prophecy. That Alice would still be here to hand over all of these clues and watch over him as he goes on this journey. The fact that any remnant left of Anya's presence got to witness this moment come to fruition is in and of itself a blessing. But yeah, this will be the last time they ever see each other then.
I know my mother died long ago. It's just, when you lose your mom too soon, it's hard to tear yourself away from the stories she used to read. I guess it's a silly way of pretending she's still here, by your side.
Durin.
But after coming to this world and traveling it with my friends, facing all kinds of enemies together, I suddenly realized I couldn't just sit around listening to my mother's stories because I'd found a new purpose in life.
I love the way the stars are bouncing around in the background.
Maybe this is just what growing up feels like. With all my new friends waiting, it's time I finally set aside my mother's storybook. I'm ready to grow up now, Mom.
Aww, he's all grown up. I guess this whole time I really have just been seeing him as this baby dragon, you know, who's still a kid, and in a lot of ways he still is a kid inside. But yes, the story itself is not so sad when you realize this is all just part of growing up. That the fairy tale worlds of the past are these wonderful places. The stories that his mother left behind were wonderful places. Growing up doesn't mean leaving behind those fairy tales, but it might mean that instead of repeating those same stories over and over, to write something new of your own. Something just as magical and beautiful. And in that way, your mother lives on through you. Because stories, new stories, still get to come and bless this world with all the magic and wonder that they have.
Then take this. A gift I should have given you a long time ago. You've witnessed this story from the very beginning. Made your wishes, offered your blessings, and even wrote your choices into its pages. From here on out, this pen is yours.
There it is. The final gift.
Now I ask of you, the other pillar of this story, as both its reader and its witness, will you turn the page so the next chapter can begin?
Either. A new page. That's our role. You turn the page so the next chapter can begin.
Suddenly, and without
Act 6.
warning, the powers of darkness
just like Volume
struck.
6 that Wanderer returned to the library.
The question was, could the little dragon prevail? Alas, it was here that the story witch's tale had to end.
But Durin's tale, on the other hand, had only just begun.
Oh, he's the narrator now.
Stepping into his mother's memories, he picked up her pen. And so the story that was ending began anew. He had made up his mind to challenge the fate that barred the way ahead.
Oh, there's Toy Durin. Oh.
Looks like this is the final step.
Literally the heart all caged up
A
over
chance
there.
to strike back at fate? Now that's not something that comes knocking every day.
Wanderer is so excited for him, I can hear it. Oh my gosh. They were like, this boss fight was so cool, we cannot make this limited to a limited time event. And instead of making the limited time event a permanent event, they found another way to incorporate it into the permanent game. Oh, this is just like Wanderer fighting Shulky no Kami at the end of his Archon quest. Durin, you got this! Well, we're here to rewrite that fate.
That fate no longer defines me. In the end, only my story shall endure.
Yeah, that's right. You tell him, Durin. I'm so proud of you. Okay, we have to fight it with actually only Durin? Okay. Defeat fate. Alright, let's not waste the health by accidentally running into it. I need him to start moving. Oh, Hilly Tros, okay.
Leave it to me!
Okay, this is just like fighting Shoki no Kami with only Wanderer. I didn't want to... See, this is what I mean. I don't want to hit the health things. I might actually need them, you know? Go, go, go. No, no. How come that block only hits me? It doesn't hit the thing. Thanks, Aether. I might, you know, mess this up a bit. But... Oh! Oh my gosh! He sent the animal! Cat guy, thank you so much. Look, they actually made like a unique thing with his power. Okay, can I hit? I can't actually hit him, can I? Because he's behind the barrier. I'm not doing anything. Oh. Have to go with an unfurled skill. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's right. Only his story shall endure. Wait, thanks, Abyss Mages. No, let me use the skill. Thanks, Aether. I think Aether is the one keeping him alive. Thanks, Aether. Thanks to all of those fried eggs you got. Ah. I have this.
Looks like there's nowhere to hide.
Oh, there we go, Albedo. They also made a custom thing for Albedo to protect us. Thank you, Albedo. I'm having flashbacks to Toy Durin throwing those blocks at us back in the day too. The feather? The quill?
This time, the light prevails.
That's right. Oh, goodbye, Toy Durin.
Thank you, Mom.
He has the new outfit! Do you see? The heart has been unlocked. His hair is a lot lighter now, too.
And so it was that Durin defeated the darkness and rewrote his fate. But
He
his
has the new
story
outfit now.
is far from over.
That's right. Now he can keep writing it. That's right. No bad endings, because this story is not meant to end today. But his story is far from over. Wow, here we are.
Is everyone okay?
Oh, he has his little crown now. I like this a lot.
Fine, thanks. And hey, we all saw how you fought back there. That was awesome.
Is that a new outfit? It looks a lot more free. Not just because they're giving this to us for free.
I have to admit, I do feel like something in me has changed. I owe you all so much. Without your help, I don't know if I could have ever made it this far.
Aww, we're just so proud of you, and we're happy to help you along this journey, because it's not fun to walk a journey all alone, you know. That's why we have Paimon, and that's why you have all of us, because we support you all the way.
Just a shame I could only help out from the sidelines. Like I said before, it's not every day that you get to put fate in its place.
Oh, he really is... He's thinking about his own story, but I think he's also thinking about, you know, the battles to come in Nod Cry in the future.
Well, I'm sure you'll hear it someday.
That's right. That's exactly right, Durin. You understand.
Hear what?
The chance to strike back at fate knocking at your door.
Yep, he gets it.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Allow me to just check one thing.
I do like this outfit, though. You can tell he's more confident and in control of himself. Yeah, that was so cool how Wonder and Albedo essentially jumped in to help.
The abyssal power within you has stabilized again. And those strange symptoms you were experiencing seem to have completely disappeared.
Oh, that's great. And also Aether, of course, with making sure he doesn't die, because otherwise, you know, that fight was not foolproof, you know?
Oh, thank goodness.
We did it!
I wonder what it means, though. Aside from the principles of alchemy, what other law of this world governs his being?
Look, it all turned out fine, so just leave it at that. Now that this one's out of danger, It's time for me to get out of here.
Oh, okay. He can take his leave now.
You're
Cat
leaving
guy!
so soon? What, don't humans usually throw a party after something like this?
They absolutely do, Durin. But he's not one of those kinds of people.
A party? Do I look like that kind of guy?
No, you look like a cat guy.
Anyway, come find me again next time you're in trouble. That's what friends are for, right?
Some people never change. Well, I would say that's not true, Ether. I mean, I'm not sure he would have used the word friends like that so freely before. You know? He wouldn't just be like, "You're my friend." He's grown. You've grown a lot. Cat guy.
In a way, though, he is right. This is Durin's moment to celebrate. Not the time for academic discussions.
Hey, I don't blame you for asking. And honestly, I'd be perfectly happy to talk about it. It's just, I wouldn't even know where to start.
It's all right. I'm sure we'll get a chance at some point. After all, your story's only just begun.
Yeah.
All right then. Traveler and Paimon, we'll part ways here. Given the extraordinary nature of the things we witnessed today, I need to make sure it's all recorded properly.
Okay, see ya!
See ya, Albedo. Oh,
So,
Durin.
it's party time next! Huh?
Huh? Tadako. Alright, well, we knew Alice was going to contact us at some point.
Congratulations on completing your mission. Now then, as per our agreement, it's about time you returned that book.
Okay, where do we return it?
We finished! Just like she said she would.
She's been watching us and supervising us this whole time, just in case we manage to get something wrong.
I've heard dressing appropriately is a
Yay!
must for socializing.
And you do look like... Oh, you're not wearing it yet. Yay! Yay!
Let my wings envelop the twilight.
Durin's original outfit has received a new lease on life now that he's taken up his mother's pen. Ultimately, he bid farewell to the past once painted by its previous owner. When the lock on his heart faded away, the distant horizon his wish now points to became the directions in which his story continues to unfold. Yeah. That's what we just saw happen. Oh, but he's still adorable! Yeah, all of the gems on his outfit and his wings. They're glowing a lot differently now. Yeah, his heart's been unlocked. Oh. And his horns too. Is his hair a different color? No, his hair is the same color. Okay. It was just the lighting in the other shot, I think. Whoa! We're so proud of you, Durin. He's unleashed his true form. Oh my gosh, we need to... I always forget, you know. I always forget Dragon Spine. Getting cold and everything like that. That was really cool. I really like how they approached Durin's story. Connecting what we learned about him in Simulanka, what he's done so far in Teyvat, and his ability to write a story for the future. Just the way everything ties together in this game is so nice. Oh my gosh, and his attack animations too. Like, did you notice? So like, say at the first two attacks like this, so he swings down like that, right? And then if you go to Albedo, it's like his first two attacks. Okay, Albedo, his second strike is like the sword's next to him, not behind him. But you know that first strike where he like goes down. Durin clearly learned that from him. And then when you go to his third attack, where he's like that. Oh, his wings I think are more glimmering too. Right? Right? And you go to Wanderer. The same thing, right? And then also I think in his charge attack. Just the way he floats back is just like, yeah, like that. That is such a nice those little details of how he takes after Albedo and Wanderer with his own fighting style. I like that a lot. Alright. So, Hexenzirkel Island has reappeared.
It's like a scene from a fairy tale.
That's
How
right.
pretty.
Hexenzirkel Island, a place I do not have unlocked in my normal game. In fact, I wonder, because if I go back to where Abyss Durin's body is, over here, like now, I'm not gonna do it right now. His heart is still pulsing and everything, because I haven't played that quest yet. I'm playing it. That quest is gonna be so out of order now. But anyway, I wonder if I'd already completed Paralogism, like I'm sure a lot of people did. I can probably just look this up. Is the heart still pulsing or is it dormant now? And if so, can you still infuse those claws with the power, even though the heart's not beating anymore? Anyway, though, I was reminded of that because... Hey, Alice actually is here! Oh my gosh, that is so nice, actually. Because that shows how much she really did care about Anya. And seeing Anya's wishes through to the end. Knowing that she wouldn't be able to do it herself. Alice really made sure that Anya would have no regrets. She watched over Durin all this time and made sure he was on the right path. And made sure that his mother's last wishes were passed on to him.
Oh, my writer and witness. It's been quite the journey, hasn't it?
Really has.
You had special plans for the traveler from the start, didn't you?
But of course, that goes without saying. For a story to live on, it needs both a writer and a reader. Only then can my magic take effect.
Yeah, and once again, I'm thinking about what Zhongli said so long ago about how the traveler, not being from this world, is like a witness of everything that's happened in this world, the record of all the memories that have happened here. I wonder if Alice sees it that way too. Alice, being this omniscient view of the story as she is, knows how important it is to have the traveler be this witness to all that happens in this world.
I chose the traveler as the witness because of the special nature of who he
Venti!
is.
Venti!
It's not easy finding someone with that kind of background, you know. For a moment, I even considered taking the role myself.
I guess you would be the only other qualified person besides Ether. But you were the only one who understood what was going on.
At least it made for an interesting story, right?
Hi, Venti.
Huh? What are you doing here, tone-deaf bard?
With the Hexenzirkel carrying out such a risky experiment in Mondstadt, it didn't cross your minds that the Animo Archon might be slightly curious?
I'm sure it did. After all, part of this was we did have to go and talk to you, so obviously you might get involved at some point.
Sorry for the trouble, Lord Barbados.
Think nothing of it. I dare say the Animo Archon quite enjoyed coming along for the ride. And now then, as agreed, let us see the fruits of your labor.
Here, please take a look.
Wow.
Well. Somehow, despite all my careful planning, it still turned out to be full of surprises. It never even crossed my mind that Rhindotter's child would be capable of handling that kind of alchemy in her stead. When he asked for help with the materials, oh my, I nearly couldn't believe it. If only the others were here too, we could all celebrate together.
Yeah. But it's only Alice today.
I'm right here, you
Oh,
know.
never mind.
The only one who hasn't responded is the one busy stuffing her face over there.
Is that you, Barbie? A little late to the party, don't you think?
Come here, child. Let me take a closer look at you.
You're a teacup right now. You're not even a Dodoco.
All right, Aunt Seer Witch. Here I am.
Just as I thought. This child's fate does not appear among the stars. Anya has accomplished what almost no one before her could.
Whoa. So once again, wondering how that ties in with what I was talking about with constellations. But that doesn't matter right now. We defied fate somehow.
What does that mean?
Child, all you need to know is that you're very lucky indeed.
Oh.
So, what does it mean? Okay. No answer. Alright, I understand how this goes.
Just like how she was in the story, huh?
Tell me, little Durin, what will you do next? I, for one, cannot wait to see how your story unfolds.
Well, there's so much I want to do. I'm not even sure where to begin.
How about settling your most recent regret?
Oh. Is he gonna get to meet the Volin?
Tone-deaf bard. What exactly did you just tell Durin to do?
Oh, he looked so excited,
To make
though.
a long overdue wish come true.
Thank you once again, Alice.
Aw. Goodbye, Em.
How much time do you have left?
I believe these should be my final moments. Just enough time to say goodbye to my dearest friend.
This feels like having to say our final goodbyes all over again. I don't like it. Not one bit.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah. That's always the thing with stories with immortal or long-lived people making friends with people with regular lifespans. Alice is still so full of youthful vigor, but she's lived for hundreds of years. And she's probably had to say goodbye to a lot of people.
Strange. You were always such a cheerful figure in my stories. I even dubbed you the Merry Witch, you know.
Oh, please. You know full well it was your stories that first taught me what true pain and sadness felt like.
Aww. Indeed. Writers do have that uncanny ability, don't they?
Aside from saying goodbye to me, shouldn't you also leave a few words for the child? Since the book will be his to continue, why don't you write him a little parting note?
There's no need. His mother already did that long, long ago. All that remains is for me to convey it on her behalf.
Oh, cutscene. Oh, there she is.
My child, these may be the last words I get to leave you. I've always thought of the characters in my stories as my children, loving each one of them, just like a mother would.
There's Senyalanka.
But you are the most extraordinary of them all. You alone can defy the fate of this world and write the perfect ending to my story. You alone shall leave these pages for a future I will not see. Still, I say to you, fly, my sweet child. Just like a forest breeze yearns for the open sky, head into the unknown and seek an adventure to call your own. If you meet a dragon bright as 1,000 jewels, dance through the air together. You are not alone, for this world has accepted your place in it. Do not lose heart. You still have many wishes left to fulfill. A long tale awaits you, my love. Let songs and flowers be the ink that fills its pages. Take my pen and use it to continue your story.
Aww. Gets to fly with the Volin now. Wow. Tale of Durin. The can see just how much his mother truly loved him. That in a sort of way, she gave him the world. And everything she had left in her final days.
There you go! Your very own copy of the book. We wouldn't want one of the story's
Thank
key
you.
witnesses to leave empty-handed, now would we?
I know, I was like, we're returning the book to you. But I knew she would let us have it in some way.
Of course, this copy isn't magical in the same way. But rest assured, all the twists and turns are still there.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you so much. Venti?
And so they flew together, Durin and Dvalin, over the skies of Mondstadt. Who'd have thought such words could ever have described a happy ending, huh?
Yeah, I know. 5 years ago when we heard the story of the original Durin, we would never have expected that we'd be able to do something like this. Oh. What happens if we go to Storm Terror's lair now? Out of curiosity. It'd be funny if Dvalin was just... I thought that was Dvalin for a second, but I think that's just a tree. Okay, let's go up here. No, but that's okay. Yeah, Durin and Dvalin got to fly together happily in the sky. It would be kind of cool if he actually could fly, like Wanderer can, you know? Like that. Oh, that was such a lovely quest. Oh, that was so beautiful. Aww. I'm just so happy for Durin. And I'm happy everything. It's one of those things that's like, you know, in fairy tales things happen a certain way. Everything happens beautifully. Part of the thing about breaking free from the fairy tale is that not everything outside the fairy tale world is beautiful. But I'm really happy that we were able to give him the agency in his story, the ability to keep writing it the way he wants. I forgot, you know, it's been a few years. He has his friends, Albedo and Hat Guy, and Klee and everybody in Mondstadt. He has us. He has all the new friends in Nodcry. I just wish the best for him, and I'm just so happy with how everything turned out. Oh, that's right. Since we finished it on time, we get those extra Primo Gems. And I already maxed him out, so I don't need all this stuff, but that's great, because you could always use more things. Alright, we're not done here yet today. We're not done. Well, first I want to take a little glimpse at the book. Can you read it? Oh.
Even a war.
Yeah, I see. If you go to it, it will start playing it.
The little dress.
That's so nice. Revelation, solution, and fate.
Suddenly and without warning.
So that shows. So you can go back and see those little scenes again. Oh, you know what else? I remembered this too. This was from the Simulanka event. Picture book that concerns the fell dragon of Simulanka. That is to say, Durin. Look how sad he was. Always watching the stars, climbing towards the stars. But all the creatures were afraid of him because he caused so much destruction, and he could only watch from afar. Look how much more we have added to that story now. I love how even that one has a little sticker for Mini Durin on it. Oh, I'm so happy for him. His outfit's very cool too. His heart's even glowing. In a way, that's kind of like how Wanderer has his vision and the feather over his heart too. Oh, once again, the parallels. Alright. Well, a couple weeks ago when the update first started, we did all of the Little Witch's Dictionary quests, you know. all the Hexerai quests, except for Durin's because it's supposed to be after the story quest. Well, now the story quest has been done. It's time for us to finally unlock Durin's true power and his, of course, homework from the Hexen Circle. But it's okay, because you've got the best teaching assistants, Ether and Paimon, to make sure you pass your course. Let's see what you have here. Of this world, a child wandering the world. Yeah. Let's go back to the Knights of Favonia's headquarters. Make sure everybody gets a chance to check in on you and know that you're okay. I don't even know what his Hexerai power is. Only that, the Hexerai powers definitely make them all more powerful. So, happy to have it. That's for sure. Let's see. Oh, here we go. There he is.
Hey, Durin! So this is where you've been.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon. What are you doing here?
We came to check on you after everything that happened.
The real question is, what are you doing cooped up in here reading a book? The weather's nice out there, you know.
Oh, well, ever since I've had more chances to interact with the people of Mondstadt, I've been having trouble telling when people are joking. For example, I saw a beautiful flower the last time I was at the florist, so I told the shopkeeper, and she said... If you like these weeds so much, you should add some mint and sweet flowers and make it a bouquet. So I did as she said. And when I showed her the finished bouquet, she gave me a frankly terrifying look.
Huh. Feels like she's the one with the issue here. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. How much love and effort did Durin put into this bouquet with the mint and sweet flowers? If you didn't want this innocent child to bring you the most beautiful bouquet full of love ever, then you probably shouldn't have said that.
Later, Rubedo opined that this happened because I have trouble understanding the meaning behind words. So after I learned the Mondstadt script, he told me I could come here and read. I was born from a storybook, so I felt that these books might be able to teach me more about the rules of this world.
That is so sweet of you, Durin. However, coming from a fellow person who struggles with socializing and and all of that, I think that you will probably learn more going outdoors and talking to people than reading books about what people talk about.
And, well, I guess I lost track of time. So, did you guys need something?
Friends do drop by just to say hi, Durin. That is true. And I love that the game is giving us more opportunities to do that too, to come and check in on our friends every now and then. We're here at the Hexen Circle's behest.
Yeah, we have a message to pass along from Rhine-Daughter.
Oh, from Rhine-Daughter.
Oh, it's from Aunt Rhine-Daughter?
Yeah, Alice made all the Hexen Circle mages make homework for everyone here in Mondstadt. And she told Rhine-Daughter, I think, make some homework for Rubedo and make some homework for Durin too, since Em is not here. So, are you okay? Don't be nervous.
No, I'm just surprised. Rhine-Daughter is my mom's friend, and the mother of the dragon that once existed in my stead.
Yeah, so that's probably why Alice made her do the homework for you.
I supplanted him, took the fate that should have been his. So if she dislikes me, well, I'm not sure what I'd do.
I don't think she holds it against you. And either way, you have us. Yeah, also it sounded like, just from that story quest, that, Rubedo using the alchemy that she taught him to give you this human body was part of the plan that the Hexen Circle witches understood all along. So I'm sure she has thought it through, and I can't really speak for Rhine-Daughter, being this absolutely crazy, unhinged, dangerous character that we've never actually spoken to in person, but I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, we're here for you. But seriously, Paimon doesn't think it's anything bad.
That does make me feel better. Well, I guess I should open it.
You should. Okay, what's his homework? Oh? Did the book do this for everybody else? I don't remember the book doing this for everybody else. I don't remember the book teleporting. You know?
Where are we? Did this stupid dictionary transport us to some weird place again?
I don't remember the dictionary doing this for anybody else except for Durin. We're in the Imaginarium Theater.
My mom's scent. I sense it here.
Whoa! Here comes a strange cat.
Oh, it's the cat! It's Rhindaughter's cat. We already met when we met with Albedo for the Hexerai quest. We meet again, Sivas.
I have a message to deliver on Master Rhindaughter's behalf.
Okay.
This is the first time we're meeting, so I'm not sure how to address you. But since you're Hem's child, I suppose I'll stick with Mini Durin. Though you appear smaller than the Durin that came before you, that same strength flows through your veins, not a drop less.
Oh, that's a lot of power.
He was a child of Humus, an incomplete creation. Thus he lacked the will to control his own strength. Yet this power was beyond what he could withstand, and so it twisted him, consumed him, thus sealing his ultimate fate. Albedo claims that you have transcended this tainted blood, becoming a being much like himself. That is his opinion. I remain unconvinced.
Oh, yeah, I knew she would not be, you know, as nice as Albedo has been.
I trust only the facts.
Well, not like a
only
nice,
that
but
which I see for myself. So take this chance, child of M. Prove yourself to me.
that she would be harder to get on board with this than Albedo, I guess is the more accurate thing to say. Alright. Well, Durin?
Where did all these monsters come from?
Oh?
Is this the proof you need, Aunt Rhindaughter? Very well. I'll show you what I can do.
That's right.
The power within me is surging to the surface.
But you can control it.
This is getting easier.
Oh, I'm happy to hear it. I'm happy to hear it. Oh, I didn't even get the chance to use Wander.
Looks like Albedo wasn't mistaken after all.
Next time, maybe don't ambush us with a bunch of monsters just to prove a point.
You know, Paimon, we're talking to Rhindaughter here, right?
Still, I do feel like I can control my power more freely now that we've defeated them.
After hearing about you, I prepared a technique that would seal the dark power in your blood. I had planned to take this opportunity to pass it on to you. Of course, using it comes with a price. While it would maintain your existence in Tevat, it would also weaken your connection to this world. And you are M's child, when all is said and done. How could I allow that uncontrolled power to send you down the same path as the child who came before you? But seeing you now, it appears my concerns were misplaced. M was a terrific mother, and a far more capable one than I. And I must admit, I'm rather curious to see how far you can go. How will you, an alchemical being truly integrated with this world, find your place in human society?
Oh, you've piqued even Rhindaughter's curiosity.
I've never conducted an experiment like this before. As such, you may yet hold the key to some unexpected answers.
Hey, you got one thing wrong there. Durin's not an experiment. He's our friend.
I'm not sure I understand, but I appreciate your kindness, Aunt Rhindaughter.
And that's all Master Rhindaughter has to say.
Yeah, good work, Sivas. Can't be easy being you. I know, right? Poor cat has to have the ability to perfectly replicate his master's voice.
A cat that can imitate someone else's voice is just as strange to witness as the first time.
Well, do not be so shocked. I am hardly an ordinary cat. In fact, from a biological standpoint, I am no cat at all, but rather an alchemical being. You wouldn't consider yourself a specter simply because you float in the air like one, surely?
I guess you have a point.
Spectre? What are you trying to say, mister?
Oh, I know. Sabaz is implying that you are...
Maybe don't finish that thought, Durin.
Thought. Hey!
Oh, and considering how Master Rhindotter's message ended, I suppose this technique is useless now. I'll just destroy it.
Yeah, we don't want to sever his connection to the world now. I think we got everything under control. But thank you, Rhindaughter.
Few and far between are the people that can make her reconsider. Quite the impressive feat, young man. With that done, I'll be going now. I have another message to pass along. Perhaps we'll meet again sometime.
Who else? I guess you say that no matter what, but we already did Albedo's thing. Great! Yay! Now, Durin, you're standing dangerously close to the other quest marker that I don't want to go to. What does your Hexer Eye power do? Increase all effects of the Ascension talent and light manifest as divine calculus. Which increases all his damage. So that's great, you know. I think we can all agree that we love the sound of that, don't we? Alright, we're so proud of you, Durin. Now, of course, one more thing I want to do here in today's episode. We're gonna do a little bit of story reading here. Oh, looks like he has some new lines
Ever
too.
since taking up my mother's pen, I've diligently committed each day's stories to paper. Klee taught me how to fish, which ended with us locked in solitary confinement. Albedo had me help him boil water, which almost ended in the kettle turning to ash. A little boy outside the city gate showed me how to feed the pigeons, and one of them decided to perch on my horns.
Oh, that sounds
I'll continue
so
to fill the
happy.
pages of my book. And maybe, when I'm turning the pages one day, I'll hear a familiar voice quietly narrating, "This is a wonderful story indeed."
Aww. Yes. You'll never truly be apart. I think Durin must have burned the kettle instead of just heating it up. Oh. I don't even get that because I haven't completed Paralogism. Durin's heart. The gem-shaped collar. Now that heart was free. Okay. Character story 5. This is what I want to read. Carried by the wind that Venti had gifted him, Durin caught up with Dvalin, soaring together into the skies above Windrise. And finally, the story the mage had been writing arrived at the chapter she had been waiting for. Standing by the long table where the mages gathered for meetings, Alice watched Durin's figure recede into the distance. Her thoughts drifted back through the years to a tea party where all 7 of them had been present. Delighted by the occasion, she had been struck by a whim to start a storytelling game, only to stumble when choosing a theme. She turned to Anya, the writer among them, who offered a simple, potent answer: the undying fire. If I ever get the chance, I want to leave behind an undying fire through my stories. As an author, that is the greatest pursuit I can imagine. An undying fire? What exactly does that mean? I suspect each of us has our own answer to that question. Isn't that what makes it perfect for a storytelling relay? I'm still searching for my own answer in any case. Anya didn't answer directly. As she often did in her own works, she left a hint of suspense, sparking Alice's curiosity. All right then, let's go with this theme. Each time we meet, the next person will take their turn and write their chapter. Anya, you take the final chapter. By the time the story reaches its conclusion, I expect you'll have your answer ready for me. And so began the relay. Alice volunteered to write the opening. The little witch set off on a journey to find the undying fire in order to complete the trials set by the old witch. But what Alice didn't anticipate was that by the time the witches gathered again, Anya had passed away, lying in her coffin, asleep forever. She had misjudged how differently witches and humans experience the passage of time, and how profoundly that would affect Anya. She had been expecting to wait for the next chapter, but Anya had already grown old. By the time the story reached the 5th volume, Anya was gone. The tale Alice had begun started veering wildly in the second and third volumes, handled as they were by Barbeloth and Rhindaughter respectively. But it was partially rescued in the fourth volume under Ivanova, who was Jay. Then in the fifth volume, penned by Nicole, it was hastily concluded in a single line. Alice felt frustrated, convinced she would never learn the answer Anya had intended. The story took a turn with Octavia. The Hexen Circle had never been marred by a loss since its founding until Anya's passing, a loss that now brought the frequently absent Octavia to the gathering. She had brought with her the already written sixth volume, in which the little witch was given a second chance, reuniting with the old witch. The undying fire might exist after all, she said. In response to Octavia's reminder, Alice first turned her attention to the final work Anya had left behind. The world they had created together, Simulanka. In this world, a dragon named Durin waited, restless and uncertain, for miracles that might come in the future. The possibilities Anya had woven into him, much like the unresolved threads she had left in her other works, glowed like a softly burning flame, illuminating the world of the story and tugging at Alice's curiosity. Gazing at this flame, Alice recalled the promise she had once made to Anya. It seems the ending she was meant to write falls to my pen instead. And so the years passed, with Alice often turning her gaze to the dragon. She watched the child, once burdened with the name of a drake most fell, receive blessings from others, step out of the world of the story, make friends, forge connections with the world beyond the tale, and together with his companions face and overcome fate. In the end, she saw him completely rewrite the story of Durin and the wicked dragon, and take flight alongside Dvalin. Drawing her thoughts back, Alice realized she finally had received Anya's answer. Anya, just as I wrote at the end of the storytelling relay, I've always thought you were the most capable among us. You've always said you would leave little behind, but I see it now, the undying fire you left for us. There we go. Those were Alice's thoughts, as we saw just now as she watched Durin fly off into the distance. And as we know, with Durin being the undying fire. It all lines up. It all lines up! We should go... Oh, there's a picture. Oh, that's probably for, because Durin has a new outfit now. Let's see. We can still check this out, right? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Durin with a crown and glowy horns. Oh, hello. What's up, Wolfie? He's so cute. He's so cute. Once the Hexen Circle has started to get involved in the story, everything has just become so interesting, I must say. Not all dark and depressing interesting, like interesting. I guess, should we read through the entirety of The Little Witch and the Undying Fire? We can try doing that. I'll see how long it is. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. 7 volumes, okay. Maybe I won't read it in here, but just know it is a real book and you can read it. So the first chapter is Alice's chapter. You can tell it's really whimsical. When you come back, I'll be sure to welcome you to the tea party, one lovelier than this one even. You can hear her in it. This one is Barbeloth's. You can tell she's getting into like, oh, here's the shade that symbolizes the dominant race of this world, and getting all into this off-topic lore. Fortune teller. The other ones referred to actual celestial bodies as an archon. Okay, you can see she's kind of just nerding out a little bit, as people do. Then volume 3 is Rhindaughter. I think the mold spores in. After some time, everyone in the squad developed identity disorders, so you can you can see the story going off on its tangents here. Chipmunk Demon King, okay. So then this one was Jay's part. Can you really kill a being that looks human and has intelligence? I didn't really intend to do anything to you anyway. Training of the Western witches who had come out to take her exam. Okay. So okay, well, this is her trying to salvage it. Jay herself was a mayor, so that's why she's talking about diplomacy and politics. Volume 5. A familiar face surfaced in the crystal ball. This is your magic teacher speaking. The trial is over. You were unable to obtain your witch license. Of course, Nicole thinks so much, but, you know, doesn't write a whole lot. This one's Octavia's. Okay, Octavia wrote herself as a self-insert character. I can just sit in that old witch's chair, can't I? She's too old to get up and come sit in it now anyways. The Undying Fire really exists. It may be found at... Alright. So Octavia with her self-insert character managed to somehow bring the story back to the Undying Fire. As she was buffeted by the waves of time, passing through the vortex where countless causalities converged, piercing countless threads of the weave, she missed a great many things, even the memorial of the great witch she had so admired and had deserted without her in attendance. Whatever they were, the point is that the little witch passed through all manner of haphazard trials and challenges and nonsensical stuff before she managed to arrive before the old witch. Which is what happens if you do a relay story. Actually, it's just that the little witch didn't think those experiences were worth talking about, nor did she know why anyone bothered spilling so much ink about all that earlier stuff. When all said and done, the most important things were the witch's tea party and the goal she was pursuing. In truth, she had already seen it before her journey began. In a sky as dark as a sack of coal, or perhaps a cavern for all we know, there is no difference between the two, there hung a star giving off a weak radiance, resisting the world's darkness as it encroached on every side. As the universe grew gradually dim, and all the stars and stars known as suns were extinguished one by one, everyone agreed to call it the Star of Scorpio. The little witch remembered hearing about this witch during the witch's tea party, but she only remembered the name and nothing else. Anyway, the little witch came before the old witch, who was actually the Star of Scorpio that burned still even at the end of all things. However, her flame was very weak now, barely a faint ember. The little witch held her hand, which had become as dry and brittle as a withered branch. She remembered that the old witch was once a little witch as well, with pale and tender hands that once elegantly held teacups. Those same hands had been used to bring forth much magic, kindling the flames on many worlds. The little witch said, "Looks like everyone doesn't want the flame to go out, and I get it. It can't be helped. The last time we said farewell, you were there too. The witches, that long-lived witches, would lose many things as the years went by. Life, death, love, and hate would cease to have much meaning, but that isn't true. Those are just words they use to comfort the companions who departed before them. Witches, in fact, treasure every infinitesimal flame and light that shines in this dark world bereft of hope all the more. They hold even the dark shadows that these flames would cast dear. You once said that you weren't our equal, but I've always believed you to be the cutest, most powerful witch among us. You've often said that you left little behind, but the stories you left to us hold countless worlds. Even should 100 years pass, or 1,000, even if the apocalypse that a certain astrologer witch worried about comes, even if all the long-lived witches die, the little light that emanates from these little worlds will not grow dim. That's right. You were the greatest great witch, far greater than us all. I miss you. Farewell." The old witch did not respond, for all that was left here was but an empty husk, no different from the many others that the little witch had encountered in her adventures. Indeed, they were even made of the same basic material, with the only difference between those and this being the minuscule light of a flame. And so, the little witch took the flame that was burning the old witch and set her out on her homeward journey. Anyway, let's stop the story here. The little witch's adventures would continue though, for she had already decided to bring the old witch's fire across the universe to light every last corner of time. And you can see hints of Alice speaking to Anya through this chapter here. Interesting. How interesting. What great friends all of the Hexen Circle members were. Just think about how much the Hexen Circle has been involved in over the years. And yet somehow they still were able to meet for their tea parties and share their stories. We're so proud of you. Go forth and write so many beautiful stories in this vast and unknown world. I guess, you know, I don't think this Durin really wants to be so linked with...
Once slumber in a place like this?
Well, you're witnessing it right now. But we ought to say goodbye to Abyss Durin one more time. You know, as somebody who has not played the quest and therefore I have a sense that if I play Paralogism, the heart shouldn't be beating anymore. You know? You know? The music stops too. Well, lore-wise, that heart now beats within Durin, with a brighter future ahead. Aww. Oh, even though all the flowers burn away, and all the animals are scared of him, I think there's still a lot for him to be able to enjoy. Yeah. Alright. That's all I have for today. We're so proud of you, Durin. Congratulations. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining me and Albedo and Hat Guy and Durin on this wonderful story quest. We will see you all next time.